Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, stay away from broken women. Stay away from broken women. More and more men are walking away from relationships and society in general, which isn't really good. I wouldn't. You can't walk away from society in general because society is dependent on men. Everything is dependent on men. That's true. Are we going to see women cutting down trees and carrying those big ass logs? Hell no. Are we going to see women in law enforcement taking down, 5'11", 6'2" guys? No. 250 pounds? Absolutely not. Are we going to see women put out fires and carry people out of a burning building? No. We're not going to see that. We're definitely not going to see an all-women military. That's not going to happen. So, you can't give up, boys. But what I would have you give up is pursuing broken women. Listen, boys, you can see them from a mile away. The crazy hair, right? And I'm not really going to include tattoos as much, right? But if she has a lot of tattoos, that could be an indicator. I've got tattoos myself. However, I've done the work, right? I've done the work. I'm still doing the work to heal myself, to get myself in the right mental space for a relationship, right? So that's why I say tattoos isn't necessarily an indicator, right? But especially the bull ring, man. Dude, what are you doing? Really, dude? You look like the Chicago Bulls mascot. It's so unattractive. It really is, man. It really is. And almost every single one has it. Almost every single one has them. It's like a hive mind, But then again, most of these women are damaged anyways. Product of, the ism. That's pushed women to believe the things that they do now and act the way that they do now. So, listen, boys. Don't even think about getting into a relationship with these women. I'll tell you what happens. You do, right? And she'll find something to bitch at you about. Something. Whether she has trauma from her past or what I mean by past is her childhood or relationships that she's had with bad men. Doesn't really matter so much. What does matter is that she didn't really do the work to fix herself, right? To make herself better for the next relationship. And so she takes everything out from her past on you, right? Not thinking that at all that she would be the problem, right? But that everyone else is the problem, especially you, right? And when you just sit there and take it, it is only going to intensify, right? And we've heard so many stories about men getting absolutely screwed over in family courts, right? Because these broken women are all the more happy to use the state against you, use friends and family against you, use the children against you, and social media especially. We see that all the time, boys. Right? And a lot of men, unfortunately, get to the point to where self-deletion seems like the only option for them. It's reality. These women, they will leave you scarred in so many ways. Physically, too. And there's not enough talk about domestic violence against men. That shit should really be more of a topic because I mean, you can imagine if the script was flipped, you know. I used to see experiments on YouTube people would do, and they would do open experiments, right, with domestic violence. They would start with the man physically assaulting, you know, a woman, right, and then, dude, like 6 or 7 dudes would jump on the guy, right, and they would reverse it. Man, I'm telling you, what's really sad is that she would just be wailing on this dude, and everyone would just be walking by, right? And they would stop afterwards, and they would ask him, why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you say anything? And most of them, they were asking women, and almost every response that they gave was, well, he must have done something wrong. Really. So doing something wrong would warrant you to get the shit kicked out of you. Really? Okay. You can't fix some people, man. You can't fix stupid. You really can't. I mean, that really shows just how broken this society is, right? When someone sees someone wailing on someone, whether it's against a woman or a man, something should be done. Should be. But there's just not enough care for men these days, so. And there should be more talk about it. Unfortunately, there's not. So boys, help me talk about this. Help me spread this shit, all right? This needs to be more of a conversation. The only way this society can heal, right, is if we understand the reality of things, right, and we move on from that. We work to fix it. But, you know, a lot of people don't understand the power that broken women have. You know, and men find out the hard way. So, you test them. Ask them questions, right? A lot of the times they'll tell on themselves. Women always do. You see, women love to talk. All you gotta do is just let them talk. Just let them talk. And stay off of the dating apps, boys. Stay off the dating apps. Don't use dating apps. Only people who are looking to fuck or broken people are on dating apps. Desperate people on dating apps. So stay off of them. Stay off of them. And a lot of these broken women, dude, if they break you for sport. You know, how many times have we seen the YouTube shorts of you know, guys asking girls what is the craziest thing they did when they were in a relationship, and you know, a lot of them say that they cheated with their best friend, or they cheated with their brother or their cousin or their dad. And then that crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? That's insane, boys. That's wild. That is wild. You know, and this situation is all the more common, and it shouldn't be common, but it is. You know, listen, boys, the reason that she's so toxic to you is because she doesn't like you, or because she's so broken and traumatized that she doesn't know how to handle, right, a relationship that wasn't so fucking toxic before. You know, I used to have a friend that I served with that was, you know, with a guy that had never been in a relationship, and you know, seemed like he seemed like a really nice guy. You know, and I helped her out of a bad toxic relationship with a guy that she was with, and then she got with another guy. And this is the guy that I was talking about a couple minutes ago, um, or a few seconds ago, whatever. Um, she got mad at him one day, right? Because he didn't avocado her toast uh, fast enough. Right? When she got out of the shower, she wanted that avocado toast, and then just he wasn't going fast enough. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, who cares? You're still getting avocado toast. Why is it always avocado toast? I don't know. It's always Starbucks or avocado toast. I don't know, man. That shit's so stupid. These kind of women will be most of the time hedonistic, materialistic, right? Opportunistic. You gotta avoid those women. All right. And it starts early. Okay. Sure, she may seem pretty, right? And some of them won't even have the bull ring. They won't have, they won't have the crazy tattoos, but they'll still have that damage, right? And that's why you test them early. Test them early, right? It's called vetting for a reason. Okay, you vet. Ask them all kinds of questions about their family, about their past relationships, how they handled, um, how they handled confrontation and stuff like that, and how would they handle that now? You know, um, test them. Test them on how they handle situations, how they handle confrontation, how they handle um, compromises, how they handle differences. Right? Just test them, and that goes for anybody, not just not just broken women, to see if they're viable, right? Because obviously we know broken women are not viable, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell. So a lot of the times women are really good at putting up a face. That's where the bait and switch comes from. But a lot of the times, men just don't really pay attention to the red flags, the signs that are there. Because ever so small, they can be there, right? But you have to pick up on them. So, the last relationship that I was in, both of us aren't religious, right? So I didn't really care for marriage that much, especially the way it is now. And she wanted to be married, and that was a really big contention for her. So it made me think, why? You're not religious, so it doesn't really apply to you, right? It's for the security of resources. That's why. So boys, make sure you're vetting. Take care of yourselves. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you're facing the state. Don't ever put yourselves in a situation where she's using society, where she's using social media, right? Just stay away from them. Stay away from them, man. Stay away from them, right? Hopefully they find this information, right? And they start seeing the shit that they're doing, and that they fix themselves. Some of them won't, because they're just shitty people. Hopefully some of them do, and they fix themselves, hopefully. But You know, the trend isn't showing that. It's showing that we're heading for a population collapse. That's what's showing, boys. Birth rate is what I think it's at 1.62 right now. So, and a population needs a birth rate of about 2.1 to sustain the population rate. So, and that's not happening, boys. So we'll see how this trend takes us. Hopefully the pendulum starts swinging here soon. You know, if not, Americans will die out. So, but as always, guys, it starts with us men. So, you know, when we start to change, everything else follows. You know, it's why we got to get. It's why we got to get rid of adult entertainment. It's why we got to get off these OnlyFans. You know, got to be done with all that crap. The only way society is ever really going to turn around and heal is if we start doing that ourselves. If we lead society in that direction. So, right, and it starts with us. So, boys, stay away from broken women. They're not good for you. A lot of the times they're a death sentence. So, but always, boys, make sure you take care of yourselves. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys happen to have anything you'd like me to cover, leave me a comment in the comment section, or you can email me. I read the comments. I respond to the comments. Also, if this information helped you out, please like and subscribe. All right. It really helps with the algorithm to get that information to more people. I appreciate the subs already. I mean, I'm kind of blown away at the 25 subs that I have now. I mean, it's crazy. I appreciate you guys. And as always, take care of yourselves. You know, I went to the gym when I was dog tired, right? So whether you're tired or not, guys, you gotta go. Okay, get physically fit, be prepared. Anything can happen. So that being said, boys, hope you enjoy your day, and talk to you soon.